Well, hello, you're looking at my shower, and those are two shower heads which I plan on replacing, and I'm going to take a look at this flickering light and see if I can't figure that out too. Hello, it's Ben here with the DIY Homefront, and if you haven't seen all my videos, we have sulfur in our well water, and over time that can corrode metal. And those shower heads have been up there for probably about 10 years, and they're at the end of their lifespan. There's just not much cleaning you can do on them. So let me show you what we're going to be replacing them with. Well, these shower heads came from Amazon.com, and they have a brushed nickel finish on them, and they were about $40. But you can find them as cheap as $15 or as expensive as $350. It's really all up to you. Well, the new shower heads have a limit to 1.8 gallons per minute on the water. But if that gives you a low pressure out of your shower head, you can change it. And this one comes with an adapter that can make it 2.5 gallons per minute, or it comes with just a screen that doesn't reduce the flow at all. Now we have well water and we're going to use this screen. Something else noticeable about the screen is if you have well water like I have, you might have sand or debris that gets in the water lines, and this will actually clog up over time. So if your shower doesn't have much water pressure, you might want to take it off and make sure that that isn't full of sand and debris. I probably have to do that at least every 6 months. Well, don't forget, you are watching a do-it-yourself channel, and I do everything around here. So if you have a problem and you're trying to figure it out, look for one of my videos. They might help. They're easy enough to swap out. You just reach in and grab the old one and pry it loose. And take the new one and put it in. And we will do that to both shower heads. Well, I'm going to save these and the Teflon tape. They might come in handy in the future, because I can limit the amount of water any of the other faucets use just by putting them in. Got one drawer that has all my leftover supplies in the bathroom. Like I said before, we have a well, and because of that, there's a lot of sediment that gets into the water lines. So I end up taking this shower head off fairly regularly to clean that screen out. Yours are probably going to be on there, and they're probably not going to want to come off. Here's a pair of channel lock pliers, and I recommend them if you're trying to get a shower head off that is just stuck. They seem to do the best job, at least in my experience. Make sure to be careful when you're taking your shower heads off that you don't drop them. From the height of the ceiling down to the floor, it could actually chip or crack your tile floor. On closer examination, you can see where the plastic is split, and if I pull the screen out off of this one, oof, it is bad. Can you see all the dirt that's collected? Well, this pipe at the end where the threads are is actually pretty sharp, and it ends up gouging into that rubber gasket. I'm going to sand this down a little bit so it's flusher, so there's a better mating surface between the gasket and the end of this pipe. This is a 5-inch orbital sander with 60 grit sandpaper on it, and it doesn't take too much effort to sand down that pointy metal and make a flatter surface for that gasket. Well, as long as I've got the tools out, I might as well do both sides. Now, if you put your shower head on and no matter what you do, it seems like there's water that wants to leak around where the threads are, that's where you would put Teflon tape on. You would wrap the Teflon tape around the pipe threads before you screwed the shower head onto the pipe. Something else, if you'll notice when I finish, there's a flat surface on that shower head right where it screws onto the pipe. There's one on each side, and that would be where you could put a wrench onto that shower head and use a wrench to tighten it down. If you ended up using channel lock pliers to get the old shower head off, you know that those channel lock pliers can actually mark up the metal, and you wouldn't want to do that with a brand new shower head you're putting on. So if you use channel lock pliers to put your new shower head on, either wrap the metal in a rag or maybe some cardboard, and that should keep you from scratching up your brand new shower head when you're putting it back on with channel lock pliers. Well, this is a paint scraper, and since the shower heads are done, I'm moving on to that flickering light. Now, the light bulb itself has a protective cover, this little glass plate that's flush with the ceiling, And what you have to do is actually push up on that glass plate and turn it clockwise about a quarter of a turn, and then it will fall down and out. But it is a lot easier said than done. And my cheat that I've learned over the years is to use a couple paint scrapers so that I can get a hold of that glass and turn it. Once the safety glass is removed, it's just like any other recessed light. You just reach up in there and unscrew the bulb until it comes out. Boy, check that out. Tell me that wasn't an accident waiting to happen there. The only light bulb I had in the house was one of those mini floodlights, and it was too short right here to actually fit up into the recessed light. So I'll have to go out to the garage and see if I can find something else that'll work. It turns out that a standard light bulb fits up into this bathroom safety recessed light fixture without a problem. Here's the safety glass cover that's going to hide that standard bulb. And you can see it's got these little notches where you have to actually push it up and turn it before it locks into place. You can also see how the glass has like a waffle pattern on it. That's where I was taking the paint scrapers and grabbing the glass to turn it. Here's one of those 3 pins that holds the safety glass in place, and just above it's a little metal tab that's like a spring that pushes down on the glass. So we've got 1, 2, 3. So you take the safety glass, line it up with those pins, and like I said, I had to use a paint scraper on that waffle pattern. So I actually had something that I could sort of force and turn that glass to lock it in place. Well, before we wrap this project up, you can see this little stool that's normally in the shower. That is not a very safe thing to stand on. You would be surprised the number of accidents that happen in a bathroom or shower. Well, as far as safety goes, make sure you're using a real step ladder to stand on. You don't want to fall in the shower. Okay, well, we've got 2 shower heads that have been replaced, and it doesn't look like there's any water that's leaking from around the top of them. But more importantly, we have that bad light bulb that looked like it could catch fire at any moment. Well, it has been replaced, and that safety glass is securely back into the recessed light. Well, there you go. Now you see me change out some shower heads and that tricky light that's in the shower. Hopefully seeing me do it will give you the confidence to tackle the problem yourself, and that'll free up time to do the really big things that you want to. Well, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, check out my playlist, and I'll see you in that next video.